What is going on, FG3000? Back in the place to be, and welcome back to Tower of Fantasy. So for today's video, we're going to be doing some very light commentary over the brand new 2.2 updates coming out of China. So sit back, relax, and let's go ahead and check it out. So we've seen this trailer several days ago. Oh, I don't know if we needed that viewing angle. I don't know if we needed that. But we saw this before. This is kind of the introduction to Cybertown. So quite the vibe indeed, dude. This remix, I'm gonna keep this song in, you know? I don't care if it gets claimed, it is too good to mute. And we get a kind of like an introduction to the city from the ground level finally. Escalators that we're all just gonna run up. Racing now, so you will be able to have your own car. There is one of the new characters there, a MAID waifu. More racing, dude. Our need for speed. Now that looks just like a transportation system where you kind of can only go from point A to point B. They might be teasing pets right there. Some mini games in an arcade. There goes another one of the new characters, by the way. I can do without the mini games. You guys know me. Bowling, so even more. Once again, it's kind of hard to see which one of these are going to be tangible mini games, which one of these are just kind of like backdrop for this trailer. Hard to tell. There's a cinema. You know, I'm kind of feeling a cinema. It'd be kind of cool, like if they wanted to introduce a brand new trailer, they introduce it in game and you actually have to go to the movie theater to check it out. I think that would actually be kind of cool. Once again, this is an MMO, right? So I think that'd be really cool to do stuff like that. She's doing the thing where she's like, all right, I'm done singing. You guys sing the lyrics. Dude, this is my first time hearing this song. I don't know what this song is. Cybertown. This is a really good looking game, by the way. So this looks like that's going to be like your garage or a place where you can go and buy them because there's like little terminals. So maybe that's where you buy your car. Dude, I cannot wait. Now for all of you NVIDIA graphics cards owners, not me, ray tracing updates. I'm trying to see, maybe you guys can see. No, the light, yeah, definitely the lighting, for sure. Like on the steps, you could definitely see a big difference there. Nice little side-by-side, great reflection. Looks good. All of this stuff happening in real time. So the cool thing about ray tracing, and I'm an AMD pleb, but all of the lighting and the reflections happen like in real time. That's supposed to be like the big thing, I think. But once again, I'm an AMD dude. I don't know what's going on. But those reflections look really good. I like the fact that they are not done improving the graphics engine in this game. I mean, I think the game looks fantastic. Oh, hello. Let me turn this lady down a little bit. Okay, so we're now really good. So I knew it was going to be like a taxi system. So this reminds me a lot of like Cyberpunk a little bit. And Fifth Element, stuff like that, where you don't really get to the very bottom of the city. You kind of exist at the top levels, if that makes sense. So she's kind of riding around in this car, like the very beginning intro of Cyberpunk 2077, like that opening intro. And yeah, just like Fifth Element, everything kind of exists elevated in the world. You're not actually on the ground. There's no way to touch grass, man. I'm trying to touch the, well, there's some grass over there. I see it. I said this is going to be light commentary, and I'm already starting to talk too much. Palm trees. Good observation, FG. You're welcome. And I see a supply pod right over there. Don't be like me, dude. Get them when you see them, or you're going to be stuck in Crown like I am, looking for just one last world exploration node. Not a vibe. Oh, dude, I thought she was about to just jump down. Okay, so yeah, this is just a basic transportation system where you can take pictures. A little hiccup there as they went from different camera angles, but this is not even live in China just yet, right? So you think about it, global is on their way to version 2.0. China is still working on 2.2. So this is going to be quite ahead in our future, but it's just great to know that this stuff is on the horizon. And when this was teased in China, when they were live streaming it, there was over 1 million viewers watching this, right? So a lot of people have claimed that the game is not doing fantastic in China. Dude, that is great. If you can get 1 million people to watch your trailer live, no, you're doing something right for sure. So we're gonna get a lot of cool screenshots here on Gacha, on the Gacha Gaming or the Tower of Fantasy subreddit from all these really cool angles and locations here. Very, very nice. So, dude, man, I hope there's not world exploration here. We did see a supply pod, but imagine trying to find supply pods that you missed. Like, dude, I got to go all the way to the other side of the city to go find the missing supply pods that I'm looking for. Got the Sonic rings or the Superman 64 rings, whichever childhood memory you want. Exactly. Exactly. VTuber. And then there you go. Mission accomplished.
然后我们就去娱乐城吧。哦对，因为娱乐城在对面，然后我们先去旁边的宠物店吧。这边露天泳池啊。左边。
This is like a rave that goes on 24/7. Glow sticks, the lighting. There's a pool where drunk people go and pee on each other. Now, there's one thing I always like. I feel like the vehicles in Tower of Fantasy are just like lacking any vehicleness, if that makes sense. But then I also don't want them to be like loud engine droning noises as well. I don't know. At some points they feel a little too quiet, and at some points I kind of like that. Here's the pet house that we were talking about a little bit earlier, where they showed off some of those ginger kitties. So there's some bunnies back there, some kitties back there. She's gone. She's leaving. She's not gonna get a little teasy. It feels like when you bring in pets like that, that seems like that's gonna be more for just like hanging around your house, right? Not actually following you around in the world, but I could be wrong. Maybe it could be both. And you can see this, the VTuber that's controlling this character has that fan. I see that Lin fan over there. Oh, I see a supply pod over there. Come on, dude. About to go to the bathroom? No? Okay. And one thing I really hope for in a place like this, I hope for as few channels as possible. There goes the minigame arcade that we were looking at earlier. Like, I want as few channels as possible. I know it's kind of a necessity, but if we can get as many players live walking around like a hub town like that, that'll really give the MMO vibe, right? When you think about when you played World of Warcraft, I say when you played, like I just assume you did. You know what I'm talking about. When you used to play World of Warcraft, being able to hang out in Orgrimmar or Stormwind and stuff like that. Like it's a place where we just kind of all get together, stand around, look at each other's outfits and our designs. Tower of Fantasy is missing a real true hub town. And I really hope that this is what this is going to bring to the game. And it really will be. It's really easy for that to happen. They just need to minimize how many channels they have. There goes the cinema over there, the IMAX. Dude, this city is massive. Look at this thing. Like straight up, cyberpunk, Deus Ex vibes. Like look at this thing. You can see where they're interconnected as well. Yeah, these cityscapes are really well done. with all the neon lighting as well. Really awesome city. Supply pod.
帮我拍一张。走。接下来要去的是美食街。
Dude, that supply pod was under them. So you have to kind of like do a little jetpack maneuver to get that one. That one too, look at that.
这边还是有很多店的。
I like those little,
劲风包子铺。
those advertisements over there.
这些老板起名字还挺有意思的哦。前面可以近距离的看一下画卷。左边我记得还有一个小型摩天轮。坐电梯上去哦。
Oh, she's jamming now. Tons of supply pods over here. Look at the sunset, yo. This is where you know, if you're trying to take one of your waifus out on a date, dude, get them with that sunset. Give them a little margarita in their hand, dude, and profess your love. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Looks like a little little market area over here.
雀馆台式，没想到吧？今天不展示这个，我们先去下一部。
This Eastern vibe is thick, real thick, and I love it. Everything about it, like all of the reflections, dude. Oh man, why do I have to have an AMD graphics card, dude? I want some of those reflections that I'll look at for half a second, and as I run to my next quest. But still, it's the principle of the thing.
前面是水晶台。
Just walking on the top of the water, very cool.
只有京都才能看到。
Dude, this might be one of the biggest cities I've ever seen. Like this thing is massive.
自由的京都人在跳舞。这边就进入鱼园啦。
Got a little bamboo garden over here as well. Plenty of NPC density. Like it actually feels like people live here. That guy's just sitting there chilling. And they're not just standing around. Like that guy was like sitting on the railing, right? I think that's super important to not just have people standing around, have people doing things, right? Very cool.
真是曲径通幽呀！看前面荷花池真漂亮，还有小船。 这边过去有一个通道，通向水晶台。前面的电梯就是啦。有没有听到？听到了吗？
And those look like instant transporters, so those pretty much the equivalent to your space rifts, right? And then here is the garage, right? Look at that. Dude, those all look like bootleg BMW M4s with with an extra set of wheels. I'm not mad at those extra wheels though. That's super cool. Solo race, group race, so 6 players. The track looks, you know, looks a little round, but that's all right.
鱼鱼会获得什么名次呢？大家觉得我会开多少分钟啊？
So just kind of straight automatic, which, you know, all I do is play automatics in my racing games these days anyway.
拐弯的时候
Got some guidelines there,
不会撞啊。
so not bad. And for the most part, it's a pretty. There's not a lot of turns here, so this looks like it's just for. I don't know how competitive it'll be. Well, maybe it will be. Oh, dude, you just shattered your glass. Little glass shatter effect there.
刚刚发生的一切，重新证明我自己。
I feel like a game like this could have absolutely. Oh my god! I wonder how. I wonder how good the control is, because think about it. A lot of us are going to be playing on keyboard and mouse, so trying to drive with WASD, maybe not the best. But I see that e-brake right there, baby. Get a little drift action, girl. What you doing? So you have a mirror there, so you can look behind you, and then you have the e-brake there as well. But this is like, I guess this might be a thing where you have leaderboards and people can kind of post their fastest times, etc., etc. And I don't know how much you'll be able to impact the speed of your car. It definitely looks like there are different car options, but I wonder what you can actually upgrade on the car outside of like vanity things like, you know, color and stuff like that, I assume. Very cool.
接下来带大家去看一下我们杏花堂的客房。
All right, let's see what else is going on in this town.
现在我们抵达了
hey, I saw Lynn over there.
的杏花堂。
Veta. Welcome to Veta.
去看看酒店的房间，终于可以结束在电梯间。
Dude, I am super excited about the future of this game.
姐姐给每个执行者都
Like, it has been a long time since I, like, really cared. Like, you guys know me. I don't really care about things that are happening in the future. Well, that sounds kind of weird. I usually don't get hyped up for things that aren't here yet, right? But this is like bring me back to like my old school, like looking for every leak of Final Fantasy XIV and every leak of the next World of Warcraft expansion. Like, it's giving me those kind of old school vibes. And I am here for it. Oh, hey, dude, what? I think this is her apartment, or her house, or her apartment, her condo, her place of dwelling. Oh man, I wonder. I hope they show like an editor to see. I want to see if this is a house that you just get, that we all are gonna have like the same exact one, or did she actually decorate this place? Dude, they got the old school 1970s like lowered living room. I like that, dude. Back in the 70s, before I was born, long before I was born, they used to have these like living rooms where they were like indented, so they were lower than the rest of your home. I always thought that was kind of cool. Oh, hello, MAID waifu. So there is your new character. Like, usually, well, not usually. I was gonna say usually you need to buy an outfit to look like a maid, but no, in Hero Collectors there are some straight up MAID waifus there. So I think that's what, 3 new characters, huh? So the MAID waifu, we got her, and then you, and then you. Is that 4? It's a lot of new characters coming. I love it. Let's see what else we got here. Zoom in snipe attack. I mean, oh my god, the view from the back, I tell you. Developers, I tell you. We're fighting a cactar with a tumor on the top. You need to get that checked out, bruv. That don't look too good. Very cool, MAID waifu. And it looks like we're getting a brand new gameplay mode here as well. 4 players, multiple floors, and it looks like there are, like that said, like fire up, and I think physical up. So maybe like a 4-player tower challenge, like a... I mean, we already kind of have a lot of these gameplay modes where you group up with people and you have different advantages and disadvantages, so I don't know. And then this, 1, 2, that's 8. 8 players. So is this... Dude, is this 8-player PvP? Dude, that feels like some PvP stuff, dude. Sitting inside your zone, mounted up, getting ready to run through the gate when the gate comes down. Dude, that is some Battleground stuff. Dude, that's what this is. This is a Battleground. This is an 8v8 Battleground. I don't know what type of Battleground, like maybe a capture and hold? Because she looks like she's capturing, but she ain't holding, she left. And there's, oh dude, there's elevation as well. And it looks like there are some PV, so it's probably, if I had to completely guess, right, and I'm making this all up, some type of PvE PvP, right, where there's PvP and there's also PvE elements within. That's what that kind of looked like to me. Now they're also teasing some underwater zones, so that, to kind of put this back in perspective, when it comes to version 2.2. Still not out in China, still not complete. So you can definitely kind of get a feel for how far along this is since they're only showing still shots. But dude, some Subnautica vibes here. I really hope they do a good job on the underwater area, because underwater areas can be hit or miss. They can be really, really awesome, or they can just be really annoying and tedious. But I have a lot of faith in Tower of Fantasy because navigation is such a key point in this game. That I think will be fine, dude. If we get some really great navigation options underwater, it'll make traversing the underwater areas a lot easier. And I think that's really the sticking point for a lot of people when it comes to underwater areas. They just don't like how slow everything is. And there we go. One last beautiful look at the world of Tower of Fantasy. Oh yeah. Very, very nice. Can't wait to be there. So there you go, my friends. 2.2. Looking forward to it.